All right. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. This is Daisy here, aka Professional High Priestess. So, Professional High Priestess is just like a name that I gave myself, right? Like, oh, I'm a professional High Priestess, right? So, for those of you guys that are new to my channel, I just wanted to give some information about certain things that are going on. Today was a very interesting day. Some of you guys are noticing that the technology has accelerated the sound technology. And it's because people have recently been exposed and they're trying to find information, and the technology is in effect breaking down because of the code that's getting put onto the computer and then distributed to the entire neural network that is the internet, right? Because we have a coding system that can supersede the binary zero and one reality that the current internet, satellite programming, etc., is based off of. There's other configurations that exist and we have access to them. So, because this has recently gone on, they have a new chemical that they're trying to upload to the technology to blast into people's energy fields, put in people's food, etc. There has been an increase in the output of radio frequencies, tapping of the electrical grid in certain areas, and attaching to existing radio frequency packets to put tensor flows onto their server to be able to run the CPU to put out more of the code and the modulation of the electrical impulse and frequency to be able to project more into your energy field and have the technology going at a higher frequency to annoy you, et cetera, et cetera. So I just want to let you know that those things are moving, right? Then on top of that, the technology has a component of neural manipulation. So that's another thing that they've been doing is trying to manipulate people's neural networks and neural accesses by projecting this chemical into their nervous system, into their energy field, and putting in their food to bring on neural suggestion. So this is why they're prolonging cases, changing dates, things like that, to try to get this chemical or sneak into this person's house and do this and do that, which is currently coming up because people just got caught with fake documents, fake statements, a bunch of fake everything, playing different games, and also too the fact that they had access to the whole entire internet through the HTTP protocol, a few of these families. So now it's coming out that they were getting certain documents or playing certain games or lying about certain things, putting certain things on file because they set themselves up, right? They are showing that they're the ones that have been using that technology. So you guys remember that I was on here and I was talking about the white supremacist groups that were harassing me over my coding work. One of them got caught because they were putting out different text messages saying that I was texting them. How do you know that that was Daisy texting you? Oh, I just guessed. Well, how do you know that it was her texting you? Like, oh, well, I have no police reports on file. There's no investigation. I didn't hire a legal private investigator. There is no investigation. I didn't get anything from her phone. How did you know that that was Daisy, right? And then this is like where people are at right now, getting caught with spoof apps, getting caught with phone tapping, getting caught being a part of illicit groups, getting caught playing games. So this is one of the things that's currently happening, and I wanted to tell you guys that. And it's because the last video that I put out about the public defender and then the judge in the case playing different games over a case that's about to get dismissed in whole. I did want to add that because of this playing with documents, lying, causing drama, one of the things that they did was that they do to me is editing documents. So some of you guys have gone into that 37 file, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, which is coming up again. Some of you guys have gone in that 37 file and you saw that Diddy, his inmate number, and then Dirk, his case number, both start with 37 because they're playing in the computer. You guys saw me when I went through my incident, all the numbers had 37 on it. They checked through all of them. Some of you guys have seen there's a new one that's come up the other recently, and that's how they edit my channel and they edit my views, and most of the videos have 37 in it, and it's specific videos that they're changing the number for to play games with this whole 37 thing because they think it's a joke that there's a serial killer running around playing with women, playing with people's kids, and that the whole community fights and violence because this man didn't want to take the fall for what he had did, didn't want to take responsibility for what they had did, and they keep on lying, right? So some of you guys know about this story. Until they tell the truth, it's going to keep on exploding, right? So here we go with more plots and plans to do this, do that, and cost this and cost that, and it's backfiring. One of the things, because they have access to that whole HTTP protocol, there's some people at Department of Justice and Department of Defense that have access to that now too. They've been finding a bunch of information, catching them, erasing things, putting things on file, causing a bunch of drama. Okay, doing too much, right? Something that's coming up too in a lot of you guys' cases is because of because I've effectively been able to get the coding system to work, they're in a mad dash to try to cause some type of calamity before I put out that technology to the public so they can see what they've been doing on that HTTP or HTTPS protocol, FTP protocol, whatever protocol that it is for file transfer, network connection, whatever, what they've been doing, right? So one of the things that they were doing here is you guys saw the cover for this video. Then here you have Drake, 313-acre home, and thinking that it's funny, like, oh, they switched someone's kids at birth. Okay, let's play with this. Right. And then you see them editing my photos. This one about Diddy and 377 here. And then this one here, Major Death Alert with 37 too. You terrorists and memory war. Look at this. Because they think it's funny. Yeah, unit shutdown now loading. Thank you. Yeah. Now we've seen and proven without a shadow of a doubt that they've been the ones doing it, right? So I just wanted to show you guys this just to have it on record. And this with Dirk. Right. So it was so funny because I just been like contacting people today. Yeah, and then I wanted to show you guys the ACLU, their address. Yeah, it's 1313 in Los Angeles. Right. So now one of the things that's how they were playing games, thinking that it was funny, causing a bunch of calamity and like nonsense to occur and attacking people because what's coming out is like very serious, right? So some of you guys just need to be mindful, like just be careful of like them making fake stuff or be careful with like your evidence, right? Have it in multiple places because that's another thing too. Like, oh, you can't find it, things like that. They've done that to me. They've edited documents. You guys have seen that, me talking about that, editing my work, blocking my account at the patent and copyright office, editing my books, removing databases of information, playing with, that's another thing that they just did too. There's like a tool that there's a certain tool, I'm not going to say it because certain people don't deserve to have it, but you can view a website in certain capacity. There are certain things that got put on the internet that they're now going back in time and editing that tool so that it won't pick that up. We've already got everything that we need. That still exists on the database. There was something that recently happened with one of the white supremacists that was harassing me. His sister ended up on Fashion Nova because she was playing with spoof apps, right? Photo generators, things like that. You guys remember what happened with the British Crown, Kate Winslet or whatever, and those photos. They got caught playing with spoof apps and building cases and causing drama. So I sent this to her dad, like, hey, do you know that your daughter's like on here on Fashion Nova, like because of spoof apps that she was playing with, which just proves that your family has been playing with that, which created several cases in 2006, 2008, 7, 8, 12 in San Francisco. So this is like the big thing this week is how to lie, start nonsense, create drama, create delays. Because remember, they're having sex in their family and they're very mad. Like, okay, well, if I lie about this or if I start that, people won't think that we're having sex in our family. Well, if I play with this or start this, people won't think this. That's not necessarily true. Also, too, you guys, I had a friend that I was on the Public Health Commission with, and I had a few friends that are now in public office, right? And all of us started in the same place together. But remember, I got gang stalked and harassed for 4 or 5 years. So I was doing my channel working. And it's so funny because they were like, oh, Daisy, you should be here with us. Because I saw one of them the other day, like, oh, we're all in office now. And you were all with us. And you're the one that told us to get on this council and stay here. And you're the one that told me to get on this commission. And now they're in elected office, right? And they saw everything that happened with me and what they were doing in the code now. One of them works at the Department of Justice. We used to be on the Public Health Commission. So I contacted him because I recently saw somebody and told him about this. So the Attorney General's office, at least 6 people, we are now watching all of this with the Jewish Legislative Council and playing games on the computer and stalking, harassing people and making shit up, right? Another thing too is the technology. For several years, they compromised public relations. They compromised civil rights. They compromised foreign affairs, playing with the spy technology. That's all coming out now. Several wars that never needed to happen. World leaders getting uploaded. If you do this and this and that, we'll give you this. Did you get the deposit? That's us doing that. We know what to do. Cause this war, target that family, etc. And that's all coming out now because the technology is breaking and they found out it was from space, right? So now one of the things that's going on here is, okay, We did all that with that technology. We uploaded Daisy. We played with her. We can't deny her work because, okay, she has a bunch of information. We played with her work. We did try to block her account at the copyright office. We started a bunch of shit. Everyone is watching this. Now we have a bunch of court cases that we inspired and invoked by playing games, right? So one of the things too is ACLU has already been contacted, but something came out with ACLU because a lot of those families, early love, extra love, more love, practice incest, then go have sex with black and brown people and spread it and start a bunch of shit with black women in the office, right? All of that got exposed because of who's working at ACLU and the cases that they chose to take, because ACLU takes cases. So there were certain ones that they were taking to set up certain families so that now that they're going against Martha Jimenez and everything like that, they're trying to bring that up, but we never knew about that case. What are you talking about? How did you settle something like that out of court? We were never called. Okay, but that's not their land. That's not their family. What do you mean that you've already settled us? None of that ever happened, right? They're getting caught, starting things, making fake declarations, documents, just doing too much because they got caught. Effectively, they got caught starting stuff, erasing things, playing in databases, doing all kinds of things, and right. So I just wanted to come and say that. So now there's new people that are coming to my channel. I have a specific message for the Palestinian, Brazilian, Indian, and African community about who's been playing in people's phone and compromising organizing efforts. Okay, and yeah. So you guys just stay tuned. There's a lot more, but I just wanted to give you guys this message about people getting set up and bringing certain and starting certain things because the movements that are happening right here. So now uh, no, it's one of the things that's happening here is this is going to bring up a long uh, 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 can of worms. It's going to open up a big can of worms in regards to what they were doing and then tracking certain things and people getting exposed. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. Thank you.